belly slam, so the engage from Gragas becomes a lot less reliable. So you can protect your team much better with this pick.
And it is something we've seen Chucky, but again, the measure of a good mid laner is his team. Last week he had an incredible week, played amazingly well. Sheriff gobbled up by promisQ down here towards the bottom lane. Vision of Empire, promisQ still in the belly, flashes at the end to keep himself safe. But last week, Nukeduck had an amazing week. He needs to be a bit more consistent. promisQ actually turning someone around on towards Vander.
What is happening?
promisQ flashes.
Oh!
Spawned on that top side Scuttle Crab, and now Amazing has the level 6, engaging onto Smitty here. Steadfast presence, Smitty J with a good knockback, but the knock into the wall by Chachi. Smitty flashes, there's the stun connect, but the Glacial Prism isn't there, and Smitty J gets to safety.
And we were mentioning
in the middle lane. Riftload will be able to chuck that out. There we go. H2K get first tower.
Perfect team rotation here from H2K.
Luden's Echo finished. The Blood Razor finished on Shook as well. Amazing. Jumps in onto promisQ. Shook off towards the side here as well. Is that the target you want? There we go. Sheriff, the one they catch up and upset, jump straight into the midst of it all. Schalke get one. And they will
really solid team coordination. And that is the difference between winning a small skirmish like that, and both of those are possible. You know, you've got the Sejuani ultimate, you've got Alistair. Speaking of which,
there's the Sej. Oh, into the knock into the wall. Chachi there as well. Steadfast presence, and Smitty J can't really do too much apart from knock them away. The rest of the team's on its way. Vander,
he's out.
Flash, knock. There we go. The cow.
It's okay.
I got it in the end. Let's pretend I said that.
It's okay. It's okay. Now, we'll just say that you were patient with your line.
Yeah.
Maybe if you were better in that regard, and you had slightly more patience, you would have made it as a doctor.
It's true. It's true. Although in England, you know, you get given your patience. It's not like they come to you and like, you know, you
go out on the street and you find patience.
Just pick up random people from the street as they're picking up promisQ up towards this top side. Here comes the teleport in by H2K, though. They want to take this fight. Upset and Amazing on their way. Schalke in the 4v3. Smitty J knocked back. Shook not got the damage, and Smitty J now caught in the wrong place. Schalke finally come alive in this game, pick up a couple of kills. Starting to get towards these second items. You've got Infinity Edge on its way for Nukeduck. You've got the Rod of Ages into Zhonya's on its way for Upset. He
hasn't been able to roam around too much. He hasn't been able to get those picks at all either. And a lot of that is because he's just been shoved under his tower. And every now and then, mentioning earlier, be that Dark Horse into playoffs. Then let's take this game, take the bull by the horns, as you eloquently put before, and turn it into victory.
Knockback on Amazing as he got put to sleep and set up around the Baron. Perfect there for H2K. They knew Chachi was going to get this tower pretty much for free. H2K might try to collapse.
They do decide to collapse here. They have a decent team fight. If Smitty J can get a nice explosive cast that's not blocked by the wind wall, they can still engage.
Sheriff, they want to push forward. Sleep lands onto Amazing. Vander pops the Unbreakable Will. Sheriff with a Culling from the side as well. And it's a Barney in the jungle. It's a brawl between H2K and Schalke. And you have to feel the winner will be the winner of the game. That's a superb play. They say it's his week. They say it's his year. Well, this is his game. He has the possibility of catching someone out. Paddle Star only hits the Baron. Amazing Low has to use the smite. Now Chachi in there. Selfie, it's all on you. You want to carry your team. You want to take them from 0-8 to 1-9, or 1-8, in fact, that's what you have to do. Chachi caught out by promisQ, being gobbled up by this Harm Kench. Will be able to run away, but here's Sheriff from the side as well, and Chachi not tanky enough to go through C3. Smitty J got the flank, and Schalke maybe through this game by going for the Baron. Vander dead. Somehow H2K find the fight they needed. Selfie kicked into Upset. There's the culling. Goodbye, Schalke, and hello, H2K's hopes.
Schalke went from getting a 3-kill team fight victory to being 4 kills down around the Baron pit. Got to give huge credit to Selfie, though, the way he was able to stop Schalke from going for that Baron play, and so much damage coming out of this Zoe. It's so risky. If you do have a Zoe alive in the enemy team, I said there was no jungler, without saying, but even just not to see the TP, they were just like, oh well, guess we don't get Baron now, let's just recall, let's just reset.
Fell behind in the early game, was camped, but you don't need much gold to be a good tank. He did exactly what he needed to do there, has the Frozen Fist for that little bit extra damage, and now H2K with this Baron buff can look to start to chunk through these towers. They've already got one, looking for a second down towards this bottom lane as well, and Schalke don't really have an easy answer. Where's the wave clear on this team? You're looking for Upset, really.
Find and engage, but that's so difficult because if you catch a carry, they get gobbled. Huge front line as well.
Yeah, Inhibitor Tower does go down. There's the engage, only onto Sheriff. He's going to get gobbled up by promisQ. Shook down towards this bottom side as well. The knock up on Smitty J is big. Perfect Lamb's Respite will keep Smitty J alive for the moment, but H2K are just running for the hill. Shook down. Smitty J gonna fall soon as well, and Sheriff, Promise Q, and Selfie need to get out of this one because Schalke have found the fight they needed.
Yes, but really... Oh!
Yeah, Josh is going to jump forward here, catch a Selfie out a little bit. The hammer shot not going to be enough to slow him down. Here comes the double knock-up. Nuked up with the chase. Sheriff off towards the side. Glacial Prism misses. Selfie still alive, and Shook takes down Nuked up. One down. Chachi kills Selfie in the backline though, and now it's the Sheriff show. He's the guy that needs to do everything here. But H2K can't quite catch Vanda. Chachi has been able to escape off towards the top side of the map as well. Shook still on the chase. Smitty J kills Vanda. That's one down. Upset has popped the Demonic Ascension to try and keep himself alive, but Shook is on the chase, as is Sheriff. The red buff, that's Upset into the Lamb's Respite. Trying to keep himself alive, but that's not going to work for too long. H2K once again find the fight they need.
To a certain degree, but at some point, I mean, like you're seeing here, Schalke overstepping too much, and you're going to give another Baron away to H2K.
Pay for the fight with a Baron. H2K, second one of the game for them. They are 5,000. Could be the game-winning play for them if they secure this Elder. They don't know where Schalke are. Now they realize, amazing, shredded through that Black Cleaver doing work. Baron knock away. Amazing, get in there. Chachi! That is what you need if you want to make a big play. They catch out Tarkench as well. H2K trying to find a fight out of the midst of this all. But Schalke, hello! Schalke, null fear! That is what you need if you're going to win games and if you're going to make it to playoffs.
That was absolutely incredible by Vizzy Chachi. This is a guy who's been criticized for his performance thus far. It was the MVP. Oh, I can't believe it. That is MVP Vizzy Chachi right there. Forget Schalke Vizzy Chachi, who thus far has been a little bit disappointed. There's nothing disappointing about that. Holy moly!
Schalke just come up absolutely massive in the final fight. The combination of Chachi with the knockback, Nuked up jumping in as well, getting the kills. Schalke, null fear, finally fight against their demons. They take down H2K and they go 5-4.